Hello everyone and welcome to the exciting conclusion of the Terran campaign. When we last left off, I was getting my butt absolutely handed to me. But, joke's on the game, I'm much more resilient than a video game. I think. Maybe. I want to say yes. But, I have 3 squads of Marines who want to walk single file. I have 2 squads of Goliaths, half a squad of siege tanks, and half a squad of the all-important ghosts. The reason why I say all-important, they are going to be our ticket into as painless of an... That guy's dancing over there. They do have a silo. And they didn't use it? I see that. Here's what I'm gonna do. Going to drag this guy over here and lock down. And I'm going to get a couple Goliaths over here, it doesn't matter from what group, and destroy it. Okay, while we're doing that, let's just get some more drop ships. So that way it's as painless as possible to get to the other end. But in order for us to properly get through, we need to wreck their defenses. I can think of no better way to do that but than to do this. This really isn't going to hit a lot, but it is going to get rid of those guys fairly quickly and fairly easily. And it will possibly alert them. Because when I see that drop, I'm just going to run this guy back a little bit. When I see the dot disappear, I'm going to order 3 squads, followed by the 2 squads of Goliath, and then the siege tanks, and then group 7 is going to be up at the front, stealthed, in order to lock down anything dangerous that comes by. Or they're just going to lock down all of our Goliaths. I just realized I didn't bring the science vessel. I don't have enough energy to lock down their stuff, and they're currently destroying all of our stuff. Well, just cloak so that way they can't bloody see you. No, they'll just scan and do it anyway. All of the lockdowns! Oh my god! Look at that! They've mostly killed us just because of the amount of lockdowns they can do. Wow. And because we're on a bridge, we couldn't even get around very well to stop them. That, by the way, the AI cheats in knowing when you're using a stealth unit. Because the moment I shot with the ghost, they used a scan. But, as bat shit mother trucking crazy that was, I think we managed to beef through their defenses. There was probably a much, much better way to get that done. But I got it done anyway, so I'm satisfied. Because it looks like there is nothing else defending it. I did not think that there was that many ghosts in their base. Holy crap. It's like, they cast lockdown on almost all of our units, at least once. And they just dropped in everything from nowhere. And now they're killing everything from nowhere. Well, it is from somewhere, it just... Where did all those things come from? They take all of the defenders on the ion cannon to try and defend their base or something? That would be kind of silly. in a I'm glad it happened kind of way. That thing's probably burned up, yeah. They have 2 command centers with silos on them. Well, let's get those. Let's get Goliaths. Let's put the rally point for the Goliaths in a much less aggravating area. They have 3 command centers. Can you say excessive? You know what? You bloody know what? That's what I have to say to your excessive lockdowns. Jesus. Okay. Well, I suppose I can get more of these. And I can use this to actually scan the ion platform in and of itself. Really? That's it? There's just turrets! I think the AI worked itself, because I'm pretty sure, like, maybe those battle cruisers that they sent at us? Yeah, I'm pretty sure those were actually supposed to be defending the ion cannon. And the mission is just to destroy the ion cannon. So, you guys can, like, come up in the corner and just drop people down. But yeah, we destroyed their base. Very aggravatingly, but we destroyed their base. Whew. That's why I wanted to try and get to the corner as much as possible, because these are placed in such a way that you can't easily drop people down without the dropships getting injured. Also, yes, I know I could have sieged the siege tanks the entire time, and it probably would have been helpful for them to attack in front of our things, but there was also the chance that they would have just destroyed all of... Why didn't you unload? There was also the chance that they would have just destroyed all of our stuff that was locked down, and then that would have been in an even worse situation. This is kind of a lose-lose thing. Yeah, let's get rid of these turrets, just because I need to take out my frustration on them. Man, this level was much more difficult than I remember. And I really haven't been giving this game as much credit as I should when it comes to the challenge. Because I don't remember it being that bloody challenging to just get rid of the base. I mean, I remember the Protoss thing being very fun. Yeah, fun. I'll just ignore that turret. That turret can live. That turret can tell everybody else what happened on this day. But let's get up here. And then I believe they do have all of their dropships up here, because this is their only base they have left. There's probably... yeah, there's a turret over here. I want you guys to destroy the turrets first, before you blow up the ion cannon. Destroy it. Yay! We're winning! That died before the ion cannon did. By the way, it didn't have a fire animation. It was just kind of dying. And we win! We just successfully destroy the only defense on Tarsonis. The only remaining defense, most likely, on Tarsonis. And we escape Manx's clutches. Evil clutches. Because, you know, he sacrificed people. Yes, Alpha Squadron. Coronation of Arcturus I, Emperor of the Terran Dominion throne world of Korhal. Really? On Korhal? I thought that would have been irradiated because of the nukes that they killed everybody with.
Fellow Terrans, I come to you in the wake of recent events to issue a call to reason. Let no human deny the perils of our time. While we battle one another, divided by the petty strife of our common history, the tide of a greater conflict is turning against us, threatening to destroy all that we have accomplished. It is time for us as nations and as individuals to set aside our long-standing feuds and unite. The tides of an unwinnable war are upon us, and we must seek refuge upon higher ground lest we be swept away by the flood. The Confederacy is no more. Whatever semblance of unity and protection it once provided is a phantom, a memory. With our enemies left unchecked, who will you turn to for protection? The devastation wrought by the alien invaders is self-evident. We have seen our homes and communities destroyed by the calculated blows of the Protoss. We have seen firsthand our friends and loved ones consumed by the nightmarish Zerg. Unprecedented and unimaginable though they may be, these are the signs of our time. The time has come, my fellow Terrans, to rally to a new banner. In unity lies strength. Already many of the dissident factions have joined us. Out of the many, we shall forge an indivisible whole, capitulating only to a single throne. And from that throne, I shall watch over you. From this day forward, let no human make war upon any other human. Let no Terran agency conspire against this new beginning, and let no man consort with alien powers. And to all the enemies of humanity, seek not to bar our way, for we shall win through, no matter the cost.
That's a pretty impressive fleet. That hand that was floating in space with the cigarette on it, that's from the initial opening cinematic. But yeah, Minsk is now coronated Emperor of the Terran Dominion. He has united the disparate factions, because there was multiple factions beside the Confederacy. Whether they're still alive at this time, I don't remember. But he has crowned himself emperor, and now he rules over all of the Terrans in the general area. Meanwhile, Jimmy and his people ran away to go God knows where. And if you notice, Arcturus is very hostile to alien races, including the Protoss. Now, we need to complete the Zerg campaign before we say hi to the Protoss, but the Protoss are probably... I mean, there's very important plot points in the Zerg, but everything comes together with the Protoss. I can't really say much of it now, because I kind of spoil it. Spoiling an over a decade-old game, I know. It's like 15 years old now. Sheesh. But yes, we can do the Zerg campaign. And, in fact, I think since I know these first Zerg level isn't... Well, generally the first levels aren't too difficult. I mean, this will be more difficult than the first Terran campaign, because it expects that you've played the Terran campaign, so you know how to play, how the game functions now. So it'll be a little bit tougher, but we could at least start it. So let's go. The swarms have crushed the meager human resistance and laid waste to the 9 of the 13 Terran worlds. Shortly after the fall of the Terran capital of Tarsonis, the main Protoss fleet abandoned the Terran sector. Now efforts continue on Tarsonis to weed out the remaining Protoss forces. So, the Protoss ran when the when the government of the Terrans got destroyed, because they realized that the Terrans would probably be just going crazy on each other now.
Know that I am the Overmind, the eternal will of the swarm, and that you have been created to serve me. Behold that I shall set you amongst the greatest of my Cerebrates, that you might benefit from their wisdom and experience. Yet your purpose is unique. swarm. You must watch over the chrysalis and ensure that no harm comes to the creature within it. Go now and keep safe my prize.
So, build a spawning pool, build a hydro den, and protect the chrysalis. Sounds simple enough.
The hatchery is the heart of any Zerg colony. It spontaneously generates larvae, which in turn are used to spawn your various warriors and minions. Now, create a drone and start gathering resources.
Yay, we had Zerg. We don't even have the advanced buildings tab.
Provide control for your minions. As your forces grow in number, you must hatch more overlords to control them. You have enough minerals. Select a larva and mutate it into an overlord.
Yes, I'm already doing that. By the way, that is another Cerebrate, so that is basically what we look like.
Warrior strains. You must generate the various hive structures. The drones themselves mutate into these structures. Yet be careful. Never use your last drone to make a building.
The game just kind of warns that because, unlike the Terrans, where the SCV has to actually specifically construct the building, Zerg buildings are often less expensive than what would be a counterpart on the other side. However, it also eats the drone in order to create the building. So you're basically adding on the extra 50 minerals that it takes to make the drone every time. So that would be 8. Let's get one more.
Your drone to become a spawning pool.
What if I don't want to right now?
Notice that structures can only implant themselves upon the creep.
And to expand that, you need creep colonies.
Make creep colonies to extend the creep, but only a hatchery can be built upon open ground.
Also, let's get the extractor going. Now, I might actually end up doing it in this level. In fact, I probably will. But in order, because if you notice, you can only build troops via the larva, which, although they pop out, okay, you'll often want multiple hatcheries. Now, in a rather isolated area, you would actually probably want multiple hatcheries in a single area just to increase the amount of larvae that you have, and I'll probably do that quite frequently. Because, unlike what the Zerg are generally good at, I actually like to expand out quite a lot. Or, I don't like to expand out quite a lot, like the Zerg are good at. Because I kind of like to have my bases more focused, because it's less to defend. But let's get a creep colony over here, and then get another dude. Actually, let's not get a creep colony over here. Let's get the second hatchery as close as I can. Ha! Also, let's get 2 more people mining drones.
Greetings, I am Zaz. I too am a Cerebrate of the Overmind. I have located a small band of Terrans who could threaten the chrysalis and the hive cluster. You must not allow them to leave here alive.
So there's Terrans on this map. We have to destroy it. They're brown. They have Goliaths, and they have Fire Bats, and it is level 1, where we have never used the Zergs before. Also getting the metabolic boost to increase the speed of the Zerglings. Considering their melee is highly important. I'm also getting sunken colonies. In fact, let's get a couple drone. Actually, I need a 3rd drone anyway to make a Hydralisk den, because I want to make a couple sunken colonies over here. In fact, I kind of want to say that they're probably going... Because, like, I have the ability to make a spore colony, so you'd figure they'd have, you know, wraiths or something dickish like that. Actually, who am I kidding? Cancel that, because I want to see how far this can expand, because I want to be able to protect the extractor properly with the buildings. Yes, as you can see, it will just slowly take over the land around it that it can until it has reached its max range. And we have the Hydras. Faster Hydras movement and attack range. Both very, very important. I don't have a third harvester on gas, do I? Well. See, the main problem about the enemy base, they kind of have fire bats. Do you remember what is extremely weak against fire bats? Yeah, our stuff. All of our stuff, in fact. Alright, you're all the miners. And then let's get another creep colony. Also, let's put the rally points so that way they aren't in the mining field. Well, I mean, I don't actually need too much gas in order to make one of those. I just need some, I just need a fair few minerals. Speaking of which, I should probably get this. And I need a drink before I start coughing. Eh. You're stuck. Because you suck. Fine, he'll do it. Jeez. Get more of... It's going to be a very frequent thing with me for the Zerg. I'm going to forget certain stuff, like the overlords and the gas and all that crap. Yes, I know it's kind of counterintuitive. Oh well. I got an extra miner, didn't I? You know, I'll use him for a second base, because I believe we'll probably find a second base somewhere. So I am not going to scout with the overlords until I have the ability to make the overlords go faster, because as you can see, they're fairly slow. And I really don't want one of my supply things to die because I sent it out to go scout. Also, there is the burrow ability. You saw burrowed Zerg quite frequently whenever we were facing Zerg. Not really actually that useful here, except for maybe jumping an enemy. That's about it. Heh. Now, what I'd ideally like is a dozen Hydralisk and 24 Zerglings. Which, you know, 24 Zerglings is not going to be that difficult to get. In fact, do that, and then do that, and that should be enough. Now, I might have said this before. I can't rightly remember. But, the reason why I only built 3 is because they come in pairs. They only cost 50 minerals and they come in pairs to make up for the fact that they do jack all for damage. And they're very good in the swamp. Also, they're unlike the Terrans where there is the, you know, mech and infantry, there is just melee and missile. I'm definitely getting the missile. I just need 2 more. There we go. And then once I get 150, I'll make more Zerglings just for funsies. And then I'll call it a video. And in fact, I'll call it a night. Because we get a lot done. Yeah, there's 10. Okay. We completed the Terran campaign, and we started the Zerg campaign. This will be fun. Because Zerg was probably my least favorite race to play. My favorite, obviously, was Terran. Second favorite, Protoss. Zerg, I never really liked playing nearly as much. Still fun. Much more fun in StarCraft 1 than StarCraft 2. Because in StarCraft 2, you have to do so much micromanagement with injecting larvas with the queens. And it's just so different. And you just have to focus so much. And if you slip up a little bit, you end up ruining it. But I am going to call it a video here. In fact, I'm going to save because I'm calling it a night. When we come back, we get to continue guarding this little chrysalis over here. What could it be, I wonder? I don't know. By the way, you could actually have a drone pick it up if you really, really wanted to. I think there's a mission where I actually have to escort it from point A to point B, if I remember correctly. But that is all for now. Till next time, see you later.